Alright everyone, so one last look at the, I cleaned up the core fairly well. I'm not going to be able to get all the black marks and tarnish off this because, it is an old lock and I just wanted to clean up a little bit. It was looking black originally. I took a rag and went in there and cleaned up that core a little bit. But these these pins are pretty interesting. Let me see if I can get this guy to zoom in from here. There we go. Zoom, zoom. Now look at that. Now, this guy is the only one that appears like a standard key pin with none of those little, even attempts at serrations. These, if they are serrations, they're very smooth and uneven. You don't really even, you put your finger on them, you can barely feel anything. Now these guys, these spools down here, on the other hand, are a different story. They're deeper. They're deep enough that they would give you a false set, I believe, if you were trying to pick it. Since I was shimming it, we didn't have to worry about that. And I didn't butcher this guy up too much. It looked like they had just originally punched down to make a square so that you could get it open with kind of a square key. I wound up using a hex key. I don't know where it's hiding right now. Oh, it's in my lap. Let me see what I used on this guy. I used a 7/32. Yeah, 7/32. It didn't quite fit, but it fit enough. And the only marring and stuff is on the inside of the shackle, where if you were trying to grab it on the outside, there's no real good surface over here to put a pair of pliers, and you'd probably mar it. So if you're going to do this, try to go on the inside here, where you won't leave any physical sign of damage. So there you go. Sorry for the shaky camera, but I'll try to get a video of it when I've got it put back together. But just wanted to show you how the pins look before, and we hadn't seen the, you notice that the drivers are different sizes too, like that's a long one and that's a short one. And normally on all our locks, our drivers are all the same size. Not always. And the key pins are the only thing that are different height. So, there we go. I just wanted to add that to this little Yale push pin lock disassembly situation. Well, I thought I might as well document the reassembly of this thing. The key pins don't really matter on this, other than trying to get the somewhat pointy side down, because I don't have a key. So it doesn't matter which way these guys drop in here, as long as they drop in. So that guy's number 2. They actually have a pointy end. And that guy's extra huge long. There, I've got those guys in. Now I'm just going to try to start him back in the core. I'm in the body. And because I didn't use a follower, I might need to use a follower to put it back together. Otherwise, I'm going to use this guy as the follower. That'll work. That'll actually work. Alright, this was number 1, number 4. I guess this guy doesn't matter either. But I'm going to try to put them back in the way they... I'm going to have my spool edges sticking up. I don't know if you can see any of this We'll put him way back in there and let him drop in. Hopefully into the right slot. Man, this is where I need a lot of light. The dark body back there. I don't have the preformed tweezers that'll keep them upright for you. I'll move the plug forward and let hopefully it'll drop in there. He's balancing act. Get him in there. Get in there, you beastie. Well, you know, I got him in there. Try for another one. On a roll. Not a jelly roll either. You gotta watch that this thing doesn't slide too far. I'm trying to hold it in my hand. Alright, put your spool action facing outward. There you go. I pulled on those pins down there to make sure that they were still working, and they were. All the pins, you know, popped up when I removed this, so the springs are still good. You can replace the springs if you feel like. I was busy reassembling this thing, and I ran out of video memory, which I knew was going to happen. So anyways, I went ahead and reassembled it, but I did make one more mistake. I didn't screw this guy back on, and I was messing around with it, and I turned it back, and it locked in place without this retaining thing here, and the shim had moved out of the way, so I had to re-shim it once again, and all I was doing was just moving this guy forward, and it plop. It falls in place once it does that. Now this guy's still shimmed. See the shim's all the way in there? So all I have to do is just pull on this guy and turn, and I can open it. So that's what core shimming does for you on push key locks. On a normal lock, you would have like a lip like this that would prevent you from shimming from the front. But this is an old design, like I said, and back in the day they didn't know about shims, probably. So that's how this lock works. I've cleaned it up fairly well on the inside, and the outside could probably use a little bit more cleaning, but I'm not going to disassemble it anymore until I get like another key, and then I'll just basically take it apart like this and fit a key for it. It doesn't have to be a blank key. You can just take a flat key that's been pre-cut and drop them in there, and any of the pins that are either flush or sticking above will work as a key for this. So there you go. I've been having a lot of fun with this and messing around. These fingers are all dirty because that's, you know, if you haven't had a bath in over 100 years, you'd probably be a little dirty too. And so this guy's back and functioning, and I've got a Corbin push key coming in and another Yale. This other Yale looks like someone ground on it and refinished it because it just looks too good. I mean, this one looks like a normal one, you know, cast iron body's been out in the weather. The other one looks too good, but we'll see. We'll see what it is. So there you go. I hope everyone's having a good time. I'm enjoying myself with my old locks, and I shall talk to you later.